John Paul Jones, the best musician in Led Zeppelin and post-Led Zeppelin years, where his former bandmates have remained active in their own special ways, including a Gibson double neck with a price tag of $50,000, Jones's quest for creativity and artistic ventures is second to none. News broke out in March 2024 of the man himself playing a string of Zeppelin classics at the Big Ear Festival. The video of Jonesy playing the organ was quite a throwback, never mind the song he played. Now, before I dive into this moment, I want this program to shed light on some of his projects that I believe have flown under the radar of people who think his modern solo career remains them crooked vultures and their 2022 reunion at the Taylor Hawkins Memorial Concert. Let's take a look at the journey of a man whose musical footprints go beyond this planet. This is a JCM retrospective. Welcome to the John Paul Jones Galaxy. Where Page and Plant deal with the never-ending questions for a Led Zeppelin reunion, John Paul Jones enjoys his media freedom by calling the shots of quite an exuberant, unpredictable, and remarkable career, focused exclusively on the music. The best musician in Led Zeppelin has been somewhat ignored by the mainstream rock and roll press, but like every genius, his works are for the fans that are willing to listen, willing to expect the unexpected, and enjoy his leap of faith into the unknown. Playing random guest spots at indie festivals and shows became a sort of Where's Waldo moment for Zeppelin fans. All of a sudden, there was Jones playing with bands we'd never heard of. But then that opened the door for us to explore so much great music happening in the world. A very special show took place on March 2019 in London, where Jones teamed up with virtuoso drummer Steve Noble and Sonic Youth's own Thurston Moore for two avant-garde sets going into the pleasures of the unknown, stepping away from the comfort zone, embracing chaos, musicianship in motion. If you like the sinister parts of Dazed and Confused, think of this as free jazz musique concrète continuation with a bass player that refuses to please mainstream crowds, forever young at heart, never losing the inner child who plays and creates. The 2019 Avant-Garde momentum continued with Tres Coyotes at the Torino Jazz Festival on May 4th. Three master musicians getting together without any previous ideas on paper? Nothing. Just get up there and play. A place of bravery and challenge, using individual ability to create a sonic landscape of collective release. A strange planet where mindfulness and mindlessness converge. Playing this kind of music is hard. It's not for the musicians who like to be in structures and follow scales and follow the rules. This is a different dimension. The year of COVID 2020 followed with one of the most fascinating clips into the works of John Paul Jones, the composer. This quintet score is a treat for the senses, from the voicings to the arrangement. The man who led the way in Through the Outdoor has a profound sense of aesthetic and harmony. And then we arrive at Jones's 2024 performances at the Big Ear Festival in Knoxville, Tennessee, which were announced in 2023, and tickets were of course sold out in advance. This non-profit project that receives both private and public funding holds up to 200 events every spring, including concerts, workshops, and many artistic expressions that aim at the preservation and development of invaluable works that without proper funding would force many independent musicians into recording modern versions of Bat Out of Hell or play the top 40 game to survive, with little success. The Big Ear Festival is a home for true artists. In what seemed a second time for Jones at the festival, he played on all 3 days of the musical weekend. First night, March 22nd, began with Jonesy's glorious entrance, playing the organ, but not just any song, of course, but Led Zeppelin's Your Time Is Gonna Come. Outside of very brief references in 2 Led Zeppelin instrumental medleys from 1971 and 1973, this was a John Paul Jones live premiere of this 1969 track, outside of Jimmy Page and the Black Crowes. The dramatic opening was a definite rock star moment for Jones, as he relived Led Zeppelin's first album, Vibes, on stage, a massive wall of sound. Next, it was a vicious bass slap steel session that began with Nozomi Blues from his first album Zuma, to then go into Led Zeppelin's When the Levee Breaks, being the first time since his 2001 tour to play this number on stage. Yes, there was a 2022 Playing for a Change collab, but that was a remote project. Audience members in Tennessee experienced a one-of-a-kind rendition of Ramble On, with Jones playing the tight groove on his Fender 4-string bass, a refreshing take on this classic that certainly amplified the architecture behind this Led Zeppelin II number. Jones's love for mandolin paid a visit to Led Zeppelin IV's Going to California, in which we can hear the nuances and textures that made his playing such an integral part of the composition. a timeless string attack to go back to Headley Grange in the magical year of 1971. Jones switched to his 3-neck Manson instrument and made the audience laugh with a funny story on how it was made. For all of us who love his solo albums, he played a live premiere of track 7 from The Thunder Thief in the Ways of Down to the River to Pray. His take on this traditional tune is brilliant. With the assistance of loop pedals, he creates a cinematic experience. Wait till he plays the bass on top of everything. It's mind-blowing. Now, in the style of Led Zeppelin's 1977 tour, Jones moved on to grand piano improvisations, echoing some of the no-quarter feel to it, as well as classical contemporary music. You'd think his participation at the festival was over, but no. Past Jones's Saturday, March 23rd show with Sons of Chipotle, it was time for closing day, next to Thurston Moore. They joined forces again for an avant-garde mission into the galaxy of strange, beautiful music, where bizarre notes and colors open the doors of perception. A bass player traveling through time and space, where musicians become selfless, in tune with the cosmic energy. This is a brief video summary of the performance. Please enjoy this with an open mind and a willing heart. Jones's greatness continues to expand beyond Led Zeppelin. I say cheers for Jonesy, a musician's musician.